Unless you're very good looking, very well off and rich, or you've got a lot of status, most likely your dating life as a man in 2025 sucks a lot. And I know it can be hard, and I'm here to try and debunk and help you guys get over some initial things which may be holding you back, or it's just going to help improve your dating life going forwards in 2025 to make the most of it and actually have the confidence to go out and actually speak to girls, because a lot of guys these days are getting very worried to speak to them. There's so much culture on social media about calling guys weird for speaking to them, and it scares a lot of guys off. And I completely understand it. And I'm hopefully going to just run over some points in terms of what I found, which has helped myself. First of all, be more confident in terms of speaking to good looking girls, but also actually get success, whether that's relationships or going on dates, where a lot of guys can't even get a girl to reply. So these tips are going to help you hopefully find your feet a little bit more and get you to understand how the dating game works better in 2025 on dating apps and in real life. To get started, first of all, the dating game is very messy. It is, especially with social media and Instagram, it has become more and more difficult for guys to actually find a girl who's potentially going to give them interest. And it comes from both sides of the field. Men and women are both probably causing problems themselves. First of all, with social media, it is giving people access to people much easier. So what this has caused is allowed the guys at very much the top of the game, usually the very good looking, very successful ones who have the money and flaunt the lifestyle and everything, to be getting in contact with more and more girls around the world. And understanding from a girl's point of view, if you're getting interest from a guy who's offering that much in life, you're going to be interested. This is meaning that now 80% of women are going for the top 20% of men. That means that gap in the middle is so wide for the guys who can't quite get into that 20% that you're just becoming invisible. And yes, these statistics aren't completely set to real life standards, of course, but when it comes to dating and social media and online presence, that is what the statistics are showing. And yes, they may not be the exact numbers, but it gives you an idea on where men are lying. And when it comes to being able to actually meet up with girls, take them on dates, and obviously look for a partner. So, with this set in place, if 80% of these women are thinking the top 20% of men are the only attractive ones, that means the whole 80% below are completely invisible. So, of course, on the streets, that's going to be very different because a lot of people aren't photogenic, and you look better in person. You will come across better because you have that normal human interaction. They can read your energy. You have a better conversation. They're not going to judge you based on a picture. But in this day and age, you need to become good at online dating to most likely to be successful, unless you're very lucky. And I'd ideally like to do it. I think everyone would much rather likely meet someone in person completely naturally. But it's getting harder and harder with social media and everything, etc., depending on your lifestyle, of course. So when it comes to making the most of these dating apps, a lot of people are embarrassed to use them, but they're there for a reason. They're there for a reason because it allows you to connect with other people who you are attracted with. That's a great start. If anything, it makes life so much easier when it comes to it, when it comes to speaking to women, etc., etc. First of all, with these dating apps, a lot of guys don't know how to post on them, how to create their profile, and is again making them just completely invisible. Because if you look at your dating profile a little bit like a CV, if you're giving a CV to an employer and you want to be employed, if they don't see anything there that interests them or sparks a bit of interest on that CV, the amount of CVs that they get, it's going straight out the window. And you know that by applying to all the jobs you've probably applied to, it's going straight out the window. For first of all, you need to ensure photos are bang on. And you need to create some interest, spark something in her that is going to cause her to go, oh, that's interesting, and potentially scroll down your profile. So that's the first one. You need to make sure your pictures are on point. You then also need to create a level of interest. And that's where it comes to with a lot of what my teaching and my content and everything is about, is becoming attractive. You want to have a good physique. If you have a good physique, that's an instant attraction right there for most women. The ones that aren't, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, having a good physique is a very good start. Obviously, if you then have a good physique, your facial structure is going to look better. You're going to be leaner, better jawline, better facial features. Everything's going to look nicer. You're going to look cleaner. You're going to look better put together. Then, obviously, there's interest that you can do. You can show on them. I wouldn't go too crazy with them. Keep them pretty basic. Unless it's something really, really cool, then that's sick. Get it on there. I don't know if you're a snowboarder, if you get sick pictures like that, amazing. Put them on there. But don't post some random shitty pictures because it's not going to help. That's going to be their instant view, especially if they see your like coming onto their page and they just see this blurry, shitty picture. Who's going to like that? Who's going to like that? Especially when they're getting all this attention. If you look at a girl's dating profile, fair play to them. They are getting so many likes per day that the average man just cannot comprehend it. They don't even get that in a month, in a year. They fly through them, especially attractive girls, probably getting upwards of 50 to 100 likes a day, depending on where she is. And you think you're going to be able to get that attention? No. You have to stand out. You have to make sure your pictures are bang on. You have to make sure that you're showing yourself up as possibly best as you can. Like if you were going to a date, if you're going to a date, you're going to dress well, you're going to look as good as possible. So why don't you do that on your dating profile so then you actually get the interest to go on a date? Then, of course, then it comes to messaging. That is a difficult game. You could send the same message, which you would say is absolutely perfect. And most girls wouldn't like it. You've got to, it's very much a numbers game. And that's another thing. You've got to play the numbers game. You've got to keep pushing and getting better with it. A great thing about me with my job, I speak to so many people every single day. I get better at speaking to people. I get better conversationally with good-looking women. I get better with guys. I get better with every different type of person. So then when it comes to conversation and understanding someone and reading someone and trying to be engaging and charismatic, then you just get better and better. So you need to practice. And then that is also a numbers game when it comes to online. You need to be messaging lots of times. You need to learn, get better. And it is a skill. Communication is a skill. And so is speaking with women. And it's a very difficult skill that most men are absolutely terrified by. So am I sometimes. Who isn't when there's an absolute stunner looking at you? What can you do? You do get a bit nervous. So that's the second point there. You need to get better at your skills, and it's a numbers game. You need to practice. Get better at speaking to them on a platonic level, and then you can start increasing that when you're on dates and on these social media and dating apps, etc. Then, third of all, the last one. Most guys are scared to do it. They think, oh, it's so expensive. Oh, why would you do that? Pay for the premium apps. And this is the one. Hinge Premium is the one you need to use. That is better than probably any of the apps that I've used. In London, it's very, very good. Very good. But you're paying for an outlet. Because what you do, I'll paint the picture for you. You get on Hinge, you create a new profile, you put up great pictures, and the girls that are coming up on your feed are most likely going to be very good looking girls because it ranks them. The amount of likes that a girl is going to get is going to rank them higher. Let's say it's a scale. Up here, the girls are getting tons of likes. The ones getting less, they're still getting loads because guys just still liking them. Even the bottom tier girls are going to be getting still way more likes than the average guy. It's absolutely crazy if you look at it. But let's say you've got this ranking system. You're going to get girls up here at the start. You're going to send a couple likes. But if you've got a shit account, you're not going to get any matches back. The app then looks at that and goes, okay, they're not getting matches, so I'm going to start ranking this guy lower and lower. Then you're going to start seeing worse girls. And if you're liking them and you're still not getting matches, you're just going to rank down. And that's what I found in previous years. Even though I'd post a gym photo and I post some okay pictures, not like the ones I do now, I just wasn't getting enough likes by the better looking girls that I would just be getting drawn down. And for the average guy, that is just going to keep happening. And you're going to be put in front of the girls who you look at and go, I'm so much better than you. Like, not in an egotistical way, but just genuinely, if you look at the two, you're just far better, but you're still not even getting the matches because they're getting so much attention from the other guys. And supposedly by the stats, most women think that only 20% of men are attractive on social media and on dating profiles. So once you get that initial boost and you're seeing all these good looking girls, you're like, oh yes, 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 yes. Even if you are then getting matches, you will like start to rank down. And the ranking down is because initially Hinge as an app will boost you up with those profiles. So you think, oh, I'm doing super well, or I'm getting some matches, stuff like that. Then it starts to drop it off. Because what it does, when you've got a stack of likes, so let's say a girl's getting 100 likes a day, at the start, you're going to probably start going in nearer the top. So they're more likely to see. As soon as it starts to go down, you are getting to the bottom of that stack. And every guy that likes is just going on top of top, top. So you don't even get seen. Even if she potentially may think you're attractive, you do not get seen. It just doesn't happen. Unless she's going through all of her likes. And most of them don't, because they're getting so many likes, they don't need to, because there's attractive guys liking them. So this is what happens. You keep going down, 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 down. You're not getting any matches. You start getting worse girls on your profile and the account almost goes dormant. And that's the story for most guys, unless, like I said, you are very attractive, you have a lot of money or a lot of status, and something really triggers in their brain that goes, oh, this guy's attractive, which again, from the stats, only a top 20%. So what does Hinge Premium do? What does paying for this do? So you can pay for 3 months for £100. That's basically £1 a day if you break it down. Very, very cheap. And the reason that this is all worth it, first of all, you're less likely to be going out and spending more money trying to, let's say, maybe pull girls on a night out or try and meet girls while you're drinking and going out to bars. You're just being able to actually be shown to girls and talk to girls for a very cheap fee compared to what you would do if you're going to bars all the time to try and meet these girls. Then basically what it does, it takes your likes from down here in the stack and you're going to be a priority. You're going to be put to the top of that stack. So already your chance of being seen is so much higher that you can't even comprehend how many more matches you're going to get. If you sat there on Hinge Premium with a good profile, you look good, you came across presentable, you had some good prompts, etc., and you went through there for, I don't know, it depends how much you want to do, maybe an hour, split up into the day, 10 minutes every couple hours. You are going to get so many matches within that day. You haven't even comprehended that in the last, I don't know, few months. You haven't got anywhere near that because you're now stacking higher. What it is also going to do, it's going to bring your card, let's say your profile, to the top of their like stack, their likes as well. No, not their likes, their feed. So as if girls, which is very uncommon, are going through the guys who haven't liked them yet, but they're on their feed and liking you, they're more likely to see your card at the top. But most of the time, because these girls are getting so many likes, they don't need to. They can just go through their likes that the guy is initiating the contact, let's say, and saying, oh yeah, I'm interested in you, either a message or a like. Then you are going to be coming up higher. Most of the time, it doesn't really matter. Like, I hardly get any likes. I only get matches when they come through because I'm just liking, sending messages, all of this. And I come up so high in the stack of their likes that I'm getting seen and I'm getting those matches. And then from there, once you can get those matches, you can turn over the messages at a higher volume. You can have more conversations. You can learn quicker. You also care less and you get less attached to the girls, which then makes you less needy. So you therefore come across better because a needy guy is not what a girl likes. They like a strong guy who knows what he wants and isn't going to beg for her attention. So it all starts to come together. Yes, you may think that's an expensive fee, but if you break it down and understand how the dynamics of these dating apps work and how they can improve your outcome and your skills, then it's an absolute no-brainer. So I know that was a nice long video, but I hope for the guys who are really struggling when it comes to dating and finding that their dating life absolutely sucks, especially on dating apps, because it is very difficult as a guy. Unless you're in that top level, you are basically going unseen all the time. And confidence wise, it completely knocks you for six. And it is difficult, but if you can actually, first of all, invest in yourself, get yourself fit, dress nicely, get yourself looking good, get nice photos of yourself with your friends doing your hobbies, work and iterate away at your dating profile, make it better and better. And if you can actually do that and then invest into yourself, you're going to see far greater results than what you've ever known by just putting a little bit of effort in and taking care of yourself. Because realistically, no valuable woman who you're going to want and your dream girl is going to want a guy who doesn't invest in himself. That's not how they work. They want a guy who's going to lead, who's going to inspire them for more. And you're then, if you're looking for a long-term dating partner, is going to help lead that relationship and make her a better person as well. So invest in yourself, invest in the profiles, make yourself come across well, and be proud of yourself. And that is what is going to make your dating so much better and actually gain the attention of the girls who you want to be speaking with, who you want to see, who you want to date. And from there, your confidence just builds more and more, and then it's just a snowball effect going forward. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. That was a lot of information, but that is a simple breakdown of how dating apps work from all of my research that I've done and my own experience myself over the years. And yeah, just try and implement that as much as you can. If you do want me to go through and kind of run through my profile and give you guys a better idea on kind of what I do, what kind of pictures I post, anything like that, then drop me a comment, drop me a message on Instagram, hyperdrive_fit if you want to. And hopefully that's going to help you guys have a good summer and start improving your dating life and bringing up your confidence. So hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.